Imagine hiking or biking along a 25-foot high elevated nature trail between Canalside and Solar City. The Western New York Land Conservancy and many residents in the Old First Ward and the Valley can. A roughly 1.5-mile linear park that runs along the Old Delaware, Lackawanna, and Western, DL&W, railroad line overlooking some of Buffalo's most historic and revitalized real estate will be formally proposed this morning at the Tewksbury Lodge on Ohio Street. The railroad tracks are long gone, but most of the elevated section of the rail line remains in place. The linear park is envisioned to look a lot like the Bentway in Toronto, Manhattan's High Line, Chicago 606, or the 16 others listed on North America's High Line network. "We'd like to be number 20, Nancy Smith, executive director of the Land Conservancy, told the Buffalo News. "Think this is some pie in the sky, it'll never happen, 1985-esque Buffalo idea? Those in the know better. This is going to get done," said Congressman Brian Higgins, who's a big supporter of the idea. The 1.5-mile High Line biking and hiking trail would pass through this path at Red Jacket Riverfront Natural Habitat Park. Sharon Cantillon/Buffalo News. The proposal also has support from the Valley Community Association, Old First Ward Community Center and city and county leaders. Early funding to jumpstart the vision and designs for the project includes $50,000 each from Ralph C. Wilson Jr. funds from the Community Foundation for Greater Buffalo and M&T Bank, as well as $20,000 more from individual donations. That's a good start, but it won't get the linear park built. "We need more money," Smith said. Exactly how much isn't clear yet. Smith said the project will probably be completed in phases. The linear park would begin near the corner of Moore and Miami Streets, continuing east just north of Miami Street to Louisiana Street and then on the southern side of Miami Street to Hamburg Street. The elevated berm drops to grade crossing at Louisiana, Alabama, Hamburg and other cross streets and disappears east of Catherine Street before picking up again adjacent to Red Jacket Riverfront Park. From there, the proposed trail crosses one of Buffalo's busiest railroad lines over an existing bridge south and east of Smith Street and ends at a half-bridge over the Buffalo River with views of the South Park Avenue Lift Bridge, the Buffalo Color Peninsula and Buffalo's new Solar City plant. The project committee is eyeing a design competition next summer. Smith said it hopes to attract interest from environmental architects and land use planners from across the continent. There's precedent for that. Using funding from the Niagara River Greenway Ecological Standing Committee, the Conservancy lured internationally renowned landscape designer Darrell Morrison to help design its recent $1 million habitat restoration project in the Niagara Gorge. The abandoned DL&W line is owned by the Niagara Frontier Transportation Authority, which appears to be on board with the proposed use for the rail corridor. One of the NFTA credit's top directors, Tom George, represents the authority on the DL&W Project Committee, an advisory group consisting of community leaders.